don't have to be an influencer to do referral links. You can send them from anything from your cashback programs to your credit cards. Send them to your friends if you know they're interested in things like that. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Hi, my name is Brooke. I'm a 28-year-old remote tech employee, and on this channel, we like to talk about all things personal finances and how we can get better with our money. So if that's something that's interesting to you, please make sure to subscribe and get notified every time I put out a new video. Today, I'm going to talk about a few different side hustles that you can do to make some extra cash. Now, disclaimer, this is not going to make you a millionaire overnight. I'm never going to sell you a course that is saying you can make $1 million in 5 days, because that's not really what I like to talk about, and I just don't feel like that's honest to you all. So I'm never going to try and sell you on something that is going to make you an instant millionaire. One of the only ways that you can become an instant millionaire is if you play the lottery, and I personally don't gamble. So that's just my thoughts about this. So your miles may vary on all of this about how much money you can make, and if you need to make extra money to cover your bills, this isn't going to help you with that either. But with those disclaimers out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about a few ways you can make some extra money. Number one is to sell things that you have around your house. So this is so easy in the day and age we live in, to just go around your house, find things that you are not using, and resell it to someone who can find value in it. So for example, this past month, I was able to make $250 by just selling some old magazines that I had at my parents' house. They were taking up space in their basement. They weren't using them. They were just there. And so I was like, hey, maybe I can take these and resell them to get a little bit of money out of them. And I was able to sell them for $250 to someone on Facebook Marketplace because I took the time to list them, and it was a really easy way to make that money. So when you're thinking about this, think about things that can bring value to someone else that aren't bringing value to you anymore. Maybe clothes that your children have outgrown, or toys and games that they don't play with anymore, things like that. Or maybe they're things that you don't use anymore in your own life, and things that are just sitting around collecting dust. Some of the ways that you can list these are either through Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, ThreadUp, different things like that. If you have electronics, you could go through Swappa. There's a lot of different websites out there these days to help you. One of the things about these though is that when you sell through these, they will take a cut of whatever money you make from the sell. So just think about that. One of the ways that you could get around this potentially is when you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, if you choose to sell locally, you could actually sell to someone who is close to you in area, and you could like just go drive to them. That's what we did with the magazines that we sold, and we were able to sell it to them, and they gave us cash for that. So we didn't have to give any money to Facebook through that. We kind of just used Facebook as the way for us to get connected. So that's one way that you could kind of skirt those fees if you find someone in your area that's interested in your stuff and you can meet up with them. The second way to make some money is by using cashback sites or points rewards apps. So for example, you can use Rakuten. Rakuten's a super popular one out there, but when you're going to make some online purchases, you can always check to see if Rakuten has some cashback available. Usually 1 to 3% is what I see on most days for different things that you can buy. Now, this is not an excuse for you to go out and buy things that you don't need. But if you're already making a purchase because, let's say, you're buying Christmas gifts or you're buying someone else a wedding gift, things like that, look into if they have some cash back that you can get. And then for those purchases you're already going to make, you can go ahead and make a couple of extra dollars on those. Rakuten does have a thing where they only pay out quarterly, so you have to wait a little bit to get that money. And depending on how you get that money, it might take a few days for it to get into your bank account. In the past couple of months, I was able to make $5.26 off of Rakuten. Another way that you can get some money back is by using something like Fetch. Fetch is an app where you take pictures of your receipts. You can also submit digital receipts, and then they give you points for each receipt that you upload, about 25 points for each receipt. and then you can take those and redeem those for gift cards. So not straight cash, but you can do them for gift cards. So for example, I like to save up my points until I get to a certain threshold, and then I will turn them over into Target gift cards, because that's where my husband and I do most of our grocery shopping, because it's just close and convenient to us. So when I get those gift cards, I use them to offset our everyday grocery purchases. Another thing about Fetch is that you can play phone games, and they'll actually give you points for playing the different phone games. If you have some free extra time to play some cute little phone games, you can make some points. I played Monopoly Go and got to like their highest tier that they had rewards for, and I was able to use all of those points that I made from just playing Monopoly Go to get a $25 Target gift card, which was really nice, and I was able to use that to offset some bigger purchases I made at Target. Again, it takes a while to get this money, but if you consistently put in your receipts, you'll be able to rack up points quite quickly. And also, if you buy certain brands, like when you go to the grocery store and you buy certain things, sometimes you get extra bonus points for buying specific brands. So if you're already buying a specific brand, like I like to buy Progresso soup, a lot of times I'll get extra bonus points for buying Progresso, but I'm not going to the store and just buying extra Progresso. I'm just buying it when I need more Progresso. The third way you can make some extra side money is by using referral links. So you don't have to be an influencer to have referral links. Really, anybody can use referral links. Referral links help out companies because when you promote their product to your friends and get them to sign on to that service, they're much more likely to sign on to that service because you told them about it. And so because of that, companies like to incentivize people to tell their friends to get onto a service. So for example, I have my phone plan through Visible. Visible has a thing where if you refer your friends, you get $20 off your monthly statement. And that friend also can start their Visible plan for $5 for the first month. So they also get an incentive to use your referral code. I was able to do this for my sister. She was interested in switching to a lower cost phone plan. And so I told her, hey, maybe check out Visible. And I was able to send her that link and she used that. And I was able to get those $20 off my monthly statement. So I'm not influencing anybody to like use Visible, but I was able to talk to my circle of friends and find somebody who was going to be interested in that product and was already interested in buying that product. And I was able to send them the referral link. You could do this with a cashback program as well. If some of your friends aren't using Fetch already, you can send them your Fetch referral code, and then they can get bonus points to start out their Fetch account, and you get a little bit of bonus points as well for referring them to use Fetch. So all those things are ways that you can do it. You don't have to be an influencer to do referral links. You can send them from anything from your cashback programs to your credit cards. Send them to your friends if you know they're interested in things like that. If you know your friends want to start a travel credit card, you could send them a link to yours. Now, with all these different programs, they do have limits on how much money you can make from those referral programs. So look into the fine print for each of those. And also some of them will be taxed as ordinary income. So also be aware of that, just in case you somehow like get like 15 of your friends to sign up for something and then you make like lots of cash back. Good for you. I hope that that's what happens, but know that Uncle Sam will probably want its cut if you make quite a bit. And the fourth way to make some extra money is to do user testing. So user testing is when UX researchers want to get some information about a product that they're going to launch, and they want to get feedback from actual people who are going to be using the product so that it will make it better. So there's a couple of different websites that you can go onto to use this, and I'll put those in the description below. But what happens is you'll fill out a little survey that will ask you some questions, and those are just so that you can be qualified for the right user test. They really want to be specific about the demographic that they target with these things. So they'll ask you maybe some questions about your income, your age, your gender, those kinds of things. They're not trying to take your data and sell it. They're just trying to make sure that you match with the right user tests. And then what you'll do is, if you qualify for the test, you'll go in, you'll follow their instructions, you'll screen record a video of 10 to 15 minutes in length of you doing it. And for each video that you do and that you submit, you could get $10 to $15. And so that's a good way for you to make some extra money for not a lot of effort. Additionally, sometimes you can find user tests that will be more like focus groups where they will come in and ask you to do 30-minute, 60-minute in-person interviews, usually over Zoom, and then they will give you $100 to $200 for your time. They'll give you more money for those because they are a little bit more involved. They're asking you to come on camera. They're asking you to answer some more involved questions, but that's another way for you to make money. And my last bonus tip that is not really a way to make extra money, but maybe a way to get some extra stuff, and I did this in the past, is to become part of a brand ambassador program. So I did this when I was younger in college for American Eagle. I was part of like this group that they sent out some surveys about different clothes that they were going to launch, and then they actually sent me some product so that I could try them out and tell them how I feel, take pictures of me wearing it so that they could see what it looks like on real people who are going to buy their products. And then I got to keep whatever merchandise they sent me. So that was just a little small thing that I did in college, get some free clothes, and I had some of those clothes for quite a while, and I thought that was just a really fun way for me to get some free clothes from a brand that I already wore often. I didn't, try to do it for a brand that I don't enjoy, but I really enjoy American Eagle. I wear a lot of their clothing, so I was part of their brand ambassador for a time, and all I had to do was give my honest feedback about the stuff that they sent me. And so with all of this stuff, again, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight by doing this, but if you have a couple of financial goals that you're working towards, like say you have a vacation coming up in a few months and you want to save some extra money to that vacation, you could totally use this extra money to fund it. So let me know down in the comments below what kind of different side hustles you've done to make some extra money or extra income, any of the programs that you like, all those kinds of stuff. Just let me know in the comments so we can share with this community, help other people make a couple of extra bucks on the side. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was through these videos that I was able to actually get $50 through my Ally referral code because someone used it in my links. That was really great. I just made like one small video about how to use Ally sinking funds. I've already been a fan of Ally for years, and so it was really great that I was able to make some money off of that. And I really appreciate all of you for being here. So make sure that you like and subscribe, and I will see you all in another video. Bye, y'all.